Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about racial issues within the K-pop fandom. If you end up enjoying the video, feel free to like, subscribe and leave a comment. A disclaimer, this video was made to inform, and not to shame anyone. There are links in the description to references and informative links. Anyway, let's get onto the video. It's well known already that cultural appropriation is a common issue within our favorite groups. 98% aren't exempt from this. Many times cultural appropriation is misunderstood, so in this part of the video I'll clear things up. Cultural appropriation can come in many forms like Chiang, or directly, G-idol-ca. The example of Chiang isn't direct cultural appropriation, but holds cultural influence for solely aesthetic purposes. The braids aren't box braids, but are an imitation of them, and there is no denying it, because switched to Mia's 90s vibes, and in the 90s, black rappers men and women wore braids. We aren't gatekeeping, because believe it or not these hairstyles come from way more than just cool rappers in the 90s. Having them being used for aesthetic purposes after years of discrimination in workplaces, schools, and in public, that still goes on today. Like, why can't I wear a headscarf to school? Why are you throwing stuff in my hair? Is a little offensive, be it the hairstyle itself or an imitation. If you want to understand more of what I mean, there are links in the description to a video and a movie about black hair. As I'm not a part of the group of people offended, I can't speak much about the G-idol situation, but I can give you a small input. Religions are not ornaments to use, so your stage can look cute. There is a link in the description to a video that speaks more on this subject specifically. Now here comes the implication of K-pop stans. There will always be that group of people that say they don't care, but if it isn't a majority, don't listen to them. There is also the excuse of cultural appreciation, but cultural appreciation should include some sort of homage, or have credit given, but 99% of these situations don't include any of that. Some K-pop stans try so hard to find excuses to protect their faves, and a good example would be the Lisa situation with her Kill This Love braids. I recommend you watch a Diala Ash's video in the description below at the timestamp, if you want to know what I'm talking about. The last thing I want to address in this section of the video is people that aren't a part of the cultural group calling cultural appropriation. It's crystal clear, don't say anything if you don't know anything. If you don't know what colorism is already, colorism according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, colorism is prejudice or discrimination especially within a racial or ethnic group favoring people with lighter skin over those with darker skin. It's not uncommon that members of a group will comment on the darkness of their skin, or make jokes about a member with dark skin. If you don't believe me, K and Tao were often made fun of because of their darker skin, compared to other EXO members. Lately I've been coming across a lot of posts on Reddit saying that it's quote preference that makes me want to whiten my skin. It's not that deep, or that colorism only exists in the Western world, which is 100% not true, because if all of this was true then a lot of your faves would have darker skin, and wouldn't be constantly targeting other members with darker skin. I recommend you watch Shirley Zamoa's video on colorism in Asia, to hear it from an Asian person themselves. This idea that it's the fans from the West bringing their Western ideas to pop in the subject of colorism is really stupid, because as an African person I can name you countless brands that sell skin whitening, not brightening, but whitening products, be they Indian or African. Trying to justify that you wanting to lighten your skin is because preference goes farther than your own brain's ideas, but the ideas that society and its beauty standards has put before our eyes since birth, especially when there are countless videos of pop idols expressing their desire for lighter skin and their dark skin making them feel insecure, which should never be normalized. This video of Jung Hyun telling Tsuyu her skin is beautiful always makes me feel like there's still hope in the world. There are many K-pop idols who look amazing with their dark skin, and the phenomenon of whitewashing just ruins it. Koreans don't learn that excuse is starting to get so annoying. Many Korean people on multiple social media platforms have expressed how rude and sometimes offensive it is to assume that they don't learn or know about certain things just to defend your faves. The fact that, when the Sound incident happened, people tried to defend her with this argument is mind-boggling, especially when Korea has one of the top education systems in the world. They aren't a communist country, for heaven's sakes. It's completely possible to stan a group that has done stuff in the past. You just need to be able to hold them accountable, and I'm saying this as a black-end citizen. If you've made it here, thank you. This is the end of the video. If you liked it, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Anyway, have a nice day or night, or whatever time it is where you live.